Now, my next guests have been handed, well, £1,000 to help develop a comedy puppet show, as you do. We can intro Tim Hopkins here. Hello, Tim. Good morning.
Hello.
Come in, otherwise we won't be able to hear you. And also, you brought Rebecca Fuller along, and also Lewis Church as well. All three of you. We're talking puppetry. Why puppetry? And what's the story?
Well, basically the show's called Burger Van, and I worked in a burger kitchen for about 4 years, where with the people I worked with, we played a lot of games and rituals and did lots of silly things with food. And I was thinking one day how I could make that into a show, so I thought about making puppets out of burgers, and then it sort of stemmed from there.
The thing is, as far as, is your audience a young audience or an old audience? It's like, are they rude burgers or family-friendly burgers?
I think our burgers are universal.
Well, no, it's an important question to ask because, you know, comedy and burgers, you know, maybe don't go together, but I can see that, especially for young kids, my kids love burgers and anything mildly funny about them. Mind you, are burgers funny?
Ours are cruel, funny, and many things.
I'd say ours are probably more adult burgers.
They are.
Yeah, more to the adult side of puppet shows, definitely.
Yeah, they're sort of we're trying to talk about 0-hour contracts and jobs and things like that using these burgers.
Right, so
although we do have a giant face made of bacon, which your kids might like as well.
Sure. Right. Is there a technique, Lewis, in actually being a puppet burger?
Well, I'm actually not. I'm one of the live-action performers. Becca is the puppet. So we have two other performers, Becca and Louise, who are the voice of the puppets, and they also provide all the live music for the show.
Right, can you describe how big the burgers are, then?
Well, at the moment, they're burger sized. This is part of the money we're using from Farnham Maltings will be to build bigger meat puppets. But at the moment, we've been experimenting with Rustler's burgers. I don't know if you're familiar with Rustler's burger.
Are those the ones that come sealed in the back? What do you mean you've been experimenting with them?
Well, we've spent a lot of time threading kind of wire through Rustler's burgers, sticking olives on. If you need to know if you can colour in a pickled onion with a marker pen, the answer is yes.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
So there's
Pick your marker pen well, though.
Pick your marker pen. A good
So,
Sharpie.
So you actually are using real burgers?
Real meat,
The puppets are all made of real meat.
We spend a long time grilling bacon in the morning, then stapling it onto this giant face we've got.
Right, part of me thinks, why not just make them out of cloth?
They won't. We've tried making them out of cloth, but the problem with that is that they don't look horrible enough. And obviously, we want to stay true to the genesis of the piece.
Right, okay. So the thing is that what I don't really sort of understand is, you know, you must be making these things all the time. They can't last.
No, that's part. Previously, we've done the show about 4 or 5 times in various trying to get works in progress, but that's what the money from Farnham Maltings is to go towards, is making them permanent using things like fiberglass and injection moulding to make them look really horrible but last longer, because it's financially non-sustainable to keep making them Rustler's burgers.
We did call up some undertakers to try and get hold of some embalming fluid for the meat, but it turns out you do need to be a registered undertaker to get that kind of chemical.
Controlled substance?
Yeah.
So embalming fluid, you have to be registered for that, do you?
You do,
So
actually.
it's an education, this show, right down that.
I'm sure you can have a look on Silk Road. I'm not sure if some of the illegal internet websites you can get hold of that stuff, but we're trying to keep this legit. So we.
All right. Well, we're relieved about that. So £1,000 to actually make your real burgers false burgers, and then. So accent-wise, do these burgers come with a particular part of the world?
That's a good question. At the moment, we got 2 burgers that play Lewis's girlfriend and Tim's dead dad.
Yeah, the idea is that the puppets are sort of imaginary friends, almost, of how they spend the time in the van. So the puppets are illustrations of the games and the kind of fantasies that they play with themselves to sort of relieve the monotony of the job.
Although Tim's uncle, who's the giant face made of bacon, has a voice kind of like a heavy metal thrash singer at the moment.
He does, yeah.
I'm getting the impression you lot aren't often up at this time of day. It just sounds totally surreal.
No. We've been developing this show for quite a while now.
Good stuff. All right. So how long will it take for you to get your burgers fully developed, do you think?
Well, we're hoping to take the show to Edinburgh in August next year and do some shows before then. So we're looking at getting it all up and running definitely by August next year, but within the next sort of couple of months moving forward.
All right, well, your production company is called Hot and Tasty.
Yeah.
It is.
And this money from the Farnham Maltings, well done, £1,000. It sounds surreal.
We have to plug our Twitter quickly.
Oh, go on, yeah, go on. Everyone seems to be getting their Twitter handle away today. Go on then, what's it?
You can follow us at Burger Van Play. We're having a bit of a game at the moment with food puns and theatre. So we've got hashtag food plays we're going with. So things like Griddler on the roof, Tim's favourite Lady Windermere's flan. So if you've got any ideas, you can tweet at Burger Van Play.
Excellent. All right, well, we'll also put a link to that on our Facebook
Brilliant,
page
thank
as
you.
well, which is good.